The time has come. I'm heading home tomorrow.
And don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away.
So let's start off with getting everything packed. I have got a load of stuff that I need to pack. Luckily I packed a second suitcase to be able to head home because I knew this was going to happen. But I'm going to start off by putting all of my like mini sachets. I might want to get some more of these because I just realised I've only got like literally that plus one more packet, so I might want to get some more of those. I did also buy some of the squirty ones as well, which yeah, and I got a strawberry kiwi there. So I'm going to put these in some Ziploc bags, like the sachets, and take them out the boxes because then that would like make a bit more room. If it's like one box, so like for example, I'm going to take these out the box and then I'm going to flat pack the box, but only for one of them so that I can tell like what it actually is. Because sometimes on the sachets it just says, oh, it does say kiwi strawberry mix. Okay, I might not even bother. I might literally not bother because it does say like on the packets. Right. Let's go ahead and do this because I am going to try and put this in as neat as possible, and I'll be back when I have put all these in. And I'm back in England. So that was a really rubbish like travel experience, and as you probably would have heard, I was delayed in the airport over 4 hours, and then I was having to have a layover in Iceland. So yeah, I will insert the story time here as to like what actually happened. But let's go ahead and unpack my suitcases because I feel like I'm the most productive when I'm actually filming it, which is strange, I know, but let's go ahead and get started. So I have the two big suitcases behind me, and I will, yeah, they're just two regular big suitcases, both on the limit of weight as well. So that just shows how much I brought back from America. And I've also got a hold carry-on-y one down the bottom, which I started to unpack, and then I realised I probably should film it so that it would make a bit of content at the same time. If you are new here, hi, my name is Deanna, and I make sort of every sort of content about my life. If it happens in my life, I make it. And I'm starting to just not care what I post. Not care what I post, but not care what others might think about what I post. I'm just going to work on the consistency of my channel, and then if it happens to take off, it happens to take off and I'll continue, and if it doesn't, then it doesn't. But I saw this video recently, and I go on tangents as well, so let's just embrace that. But I saw this video on Instagram that was like, just do it. Do not care about what others think. Do not care about what, you know, your ex-friend might think, or your ex-partner, or like even just kids from school. Don't care what they might think. People are going to see your content. If you want to do this for a living, do it for a living. And that really motivated me. And I'll see if I can find the video, and if I can, then I'll leave it in the video now, and I'll credit the creator and stuff. But it was such a really motivational video. But as I said, let's go ahead and unpack my suitcases. I was in America for 5 weeks, just as an FYI. So this is also a long vacation. I went out with 1 suitcase, came back with 2, and I went out about on the limit. I think the limit is 23 kilos or £50, and I came back with like 2 suitcases of that. I doubled what I brought back. So yeah, that was just something. Right, so I started unpacking, as I said, and then I thought, let's film this. So let's finish unpacking the small suitcase, and then I can get that small suitcase in the medium suitcase that goes with the set, because I only took the large suitcase for the set out. So if I can get this one away, then that'll be a bit of a like, way. Did something today sort of thing. I have been jet lagged really, really bad. Okay, so now you can see more of like my room and the fact that it's messy because I literally just got in and dumped everything, including my post. Sounding very English, including my post and like everything else that I had got whilst I was away. So Elmer's glue, I don't know why. I wanted to scrapbook whilst I was out there. I didn't end up scrapbooking whilst I was out there, but the novelty of it. Elmer's glue. Some tissues, because why not? My mascara and my bits. There is some like little tiny bits in here that I just brought back because they were things I either didn't use or things that I used and then I wanted to bring them back. Skincare. I did pick up one of the Five Below Amora Skin Clarifying Glow Serum. So I picked up one of those in their little travel section. I will let you know how good it is because I just saw it online and thought it was cool. I've got a few little bits from my diamond art because I took some diamond art with me, didn't end up finishing it, so I had to take it back. That was not the plan. The plan was to finish it out there and only have to bring back my light box and not have to bring back like the actual diamond art and the frame and everything. So that was a bit of a bummer, but basically I forgot the diamonds, and so I had to order diamonds thinking that would be enough. I ordered 2 different orders and still didn't finish it. So it was going to be for a friend out there. And like, if you're this friend, you know, because I have texted you already to say I'm so sorry that I did not finish it. But yeah, I had to bring it all back with me, and it basically was a lot of stuff to bring back. Sunglasses in their case, and some PRM medication. There's a few more adapters. The one thing I would say is that I took way too many adapters, but if you're going to America or to any country, I would recommend taking one that is like a quick charge USB, but for the country. So that's for America. Take that one. And then I'd recommend taking a couple of adapters. You don't need too many, because what I usually do is take a UK plug like extension cord, and then if you take one of these, if it's for America, make sure it's got like the extra pin at the top, the grounding pin. I didn't know they had grounding pins in America for ages. But anyway, my friend's house has the grounding pins on all their outlets, and I'm assuming it's now a standard in America. If not, it always was. I don't even know. Maybe I just didn't notice when I was younger. But I got a couple of these with the grounding pin. I would say take one with the grounding pin and just plug everything into an extension cable. Like, it will just save you so much weight and so much hassle. I did also take some of these ones, which are just literally UK adapters to US adapters. These are okay. I think I got them from either TikTok Shop or Shein, and they were okay, but they did overheat a little bit. Like, so I'm probably just going to try and put them on Vinted maybe. I don't know, we'll see. They don't overheat to the point of like issues, but I think it's because it's going from like a high voltage or low voltage to a high voltage, and that's probably just standard. But I've got too many of these as well, and I think I just need to get rid of some, so I think I'm going to probably try and sell some of these. Maybe not these exact ones, but some of them. That's half a case. Well, I mean, it is only the small one. I'm going to probably just switch the case around, like swivel it around. Right, let's do that. Let's open up the next side. This is the zipped side, and I completely forgot what I packed in each side because I just tried to get everything in my case. Also, my case was opened by TSA in the United States, and it's the first time it's ever happened. And although I know it's a common thing in the airports to have TSA open your cases, I have never had this happen to me, like ever, in all the times I've travelled. And some of you are probably thinking, yeah, I've had it happen several times. I've never had this happen to me, like, whatsoever. So because of that, I just like never, I didn't expect it until I opened up my small little case and it said, oh, TSA inspected your like case. And I'm glad they did in a way, because like, not I'm glad they did for me, but like I'm glad they do that because then it keeps passengers safe and everything. And it did say on the note that was left in, I did leave the note in Iceland when I stayed over, but it had like a little a little strip of paper that's probably like half an A4, but like cut down the long ways. And it basically just said like, your case has been opened in a random inspection. Like, it wasn't targeted, basically, even though it didn't say that, but it was a random inspection, and all your items have been returned to your case, like all that sort of stuff. I initially thought it was something to do with the contents of this side, which I'll show you, but I don't think it was. I think it was just completely random. This is the little card that my Texan friend gave me for my birthday, and it basically just says like, happy birthday, and there's a little note on the back. I think I read it out in my actual vlog. I have the receipt for my diamonds that I brought out there, and this little thing that I got from, I think it was Dollar Tree, and it's got travel memories. Memories travel. You could put them both on the same one, or you could put two, but the memories is quite travel related, so I'm probably going to put travel at the top and then memories, and have it as my scrapbook title-ish type thing. I got this book. I am just going to go through these really quick. I got these from, wasn't Hobby Lobby, it was the other one. It was Michael's I got these from, and they were on a reduction. And I've got loads of things that I'm just bringing back from, like, not using them. This from TikTok Shop, I will do an in-depth thing of it. This from Five Below, I saw this on TikTok and had to get it. It's the Winnie the Pooh viral, like, notebook from Five Below. It's got all the tabs, all the characters at the top, and then it's got, like, all the pages are, like, really super cute with the Winnie at the bottom, and so cute. More of the bits, I will show you in depth, some mini brand bits. I bought some mini brands whilst I was out there. I could not buy mini brands whilst I was out there. A Pour Your Heart Out book from Five Below again. It is really cool. I will do an in-depth thing of that again later on. I got some Oreo, what's it called? Oreo Jello stuff, but it kind of burst a tiny bit, but it should be alright. Should be okay. I brought back some Welch's fruit snacks because fruit snacks are legendary. If you live in America or you've tried them, they are just really nice. They're not the healthiest, obviously. They got probably added sugar in them. I don't know. Everything's got added sugar in America, but I brought back a big pack of the summer fruits and then what I had left of my mango and peach ones. I also brought back some candy corn and some pumpkins in candy corn thing. These were actually above the shelf, like above all the shelves, and my brother, being 6 foot, like whatever he is, like tall, just call him tall, he managed to get them down off the top shelf, so I got some of these candy corny bits. I brought back some protein bars. These are my favourite protein bars whilst I was out there. They're like a peanut butter flavoured one, and they got these are the cookie dough ones that I got at the back. These are my favourite granola bars. They don't do these ones in the UK. They don't do the peanut butter ones in the UK, and I absolutely loved them when I was out there. This one is also, although this is from Walmart or Target, not entirely sure, but it's got 2,000 questions about me, and I thought this would be really cool for like some videos to sit down and for you guys to get to know me, and maybe I'll do like 25 questions a video or something, maybe 50 depending on how long it takes me to do all these videos. But I thought this would make a really cool series on YouTube. It's got all these questions. I can fill it out at the same time as I do it and explain little mini story times if I need to and whatever. But I thought this would be quite cool to do as a mini series, and I might just call it 2,000 questions about me, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, whatever, you know? So then you can get to know me like really, really deeply, because some of these questions are like, they're just so cool. Like, have you ever hit rock bottom? Like, who's your biggest supporter? Are you a hat person? What distracts you the most every day? Like those sort of questions. Like, I always struggle whenever I'm trying to do a Q&A get to know me. I always struggle with like trying to find questions, and this has every question under the freaking sun. So I am so happy I got this. My Pandora box, because my brothers and my mum surprised me with Pandora for my 30th birthday. So I will do an in-depth tour of those as well. More peanut butter thingies and more protein bars. So that's what all the weight was in this suitcase. Another one of these and some bits, prescription-y thing from the UK just in case they stop me for my medication, and a little map tour guide-y thing for one of the tours I did. That is now empty. Yay. Congratulations. I've now emptied the first suitcase. So I am probably going to get this and put it back in the medium case. I might shove some of the travel specific things inside the case because, you know, adapters, I don't even know what else. Adapters, like packing cubes, I might shove them just all inside the case because it just makes for better storing. So I'm going to go and do that, and then I'll be right back when I've cleared some space here and when I've got the next suitcase on the floor. So when I've got that on the floor, I'll be right back and we'll do the next one. I've got a purple one, as you can see there, and then I've got a blue one, which is off camera. So I don't know which one I'm going to do. Probably the purple because it's like further out into the room. But yeah, I'm going to grab that and probably have to change my camera battery at the same time because it's on one bar. And yeah, I'm rabbiting and yeah, just yeah. Hello. Okay, so the lighting has changed and everything has changed. So I put the blind down because I realised how backlit my footage was. I also got out some new batteries and my battery charger, and I realised that 3 out of the 7 batteries that I had packed were dead. So we're going to get those put on charge, and then once they're on charge, we're going to be doing the blue suitcase, only simply because the blue suitcase is very front heavy, and so it actually ended up like toppling over on me several times. It dented my laptop because my laptop bag was on top, and it then fell hard on the concrete and dented my laptop. Luckily, it's only a dent, only superficial, and it actually was okay. Like, it actually still works, which I'm very glad about because I cannot afford to replace that right now. So we're going to do the blue suitcase. I need to get some scissors because that one does not have a TSA lock. It only has like zip locks on it. So I'm going to have to go ahead and cut that all open and get this on charge. And yeah, so let's do that and I'll be right back. But I want to just tell you why the footage was going to look different, because I've put a light on top of the camera, which I'm starting to think I don't need because the light above my head, the main light in the room, we shall see. It is also incredibly warm in this room, so I may need to have to end up doing breaks. My dehumidifier also does not work, and if you live in the UK, you know that dehumidifiers are essential when it comes to keeping things not as stuffy and not as like sticky and disgusting. And when you've got loads of heat from like cameras and yeah, okay, let's get back to the packing. I go on tangents, I'm really sorry. Let me put this on charge and open up the case and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've cut the Ziploc. I've also opened up the 2 top pouches on this. This suitcase was actually kindly lent to me from my American friend. It was already pre-arranged, but Malcolm is amazing, and shout out to you, Malcolm. You're probably not watching this, but shout out to you. I'm going to be just going through this and, like, no explanations needed. I brought back mac and cheese to try. There's a few gifts in here, so I'm going to have to, like, just, like, cut bits and pieces out or chuck things sideways when they are gifts, because I do not want people whose gifts they are for to, like, know what they're for and who they're for. This is a box for some earrings that I got gifted from my friend. I wanted to keep the box. I now don't know really why, because I think it's scrapbooking. I don't even know, but I'm going to put it in the scrapbooking department. I've got baskets in front of me, by the way, that are showing what they're all being for. This is a load of hairbands and hair scrunchies and stuff, and I think that's a gift for my mum. So we're going to put you in the gifts department so that you do not know what you are. Not that my mum watches my videos, but also got this for my backpack, little keep going, little adhesive patch. You can go in the scrapbooking department, and this one can go in the care and self-care bits. Another Five Below find, create your own calm. It is basically an anxiety journal. I will do a in-depth journal reviews and all those bits and pieces from America when I get a chance. Right, I got this. The box is a bit damaged now that I brought it back, but I thought this was actually a cool little game. And I don't know if they do it in England, but it was like less than $5, and I thought it'd be a really cool game to play. You can play it with 2 to 4 players, so it's great when I only have one friend round. Out of Your Mind, another anxiety book. Really cool. This one's not as colourful as the other one, but I am going to do an in-depth review, as I said. I saw this in Five Below. Had to pick it up. Internal Thoughts of Chaos. I'm sorry, but it's amazing. And I just thought it was a cool little notebook. So those can go back there. Is that everything in that pouch? I think so. Yes. Right. Next pouch. Let's do the 2 pouches on the front first. This, I did use it whilst I was away. It's an overnight toning body cream that I got from TikTok. I don't know if it works. It did warm up and it did make something work, but I didn't use it consistently whilst I was out there, so brought it back. This for my work lanyard. The kids at school know I love Winnie the Pooh. So I brought this, and it's a perfect size to add onto my lanyard. I think this was another Five Below find. As my mum likes to say, I was obsessed with Five Below. I wasn't obsessed with it. I just loved the items. There's such an amazing range in Five Below. So excuse me for loving that. What else did I get? This is the book I brought out to America and then didn't read. I was tempted to, I really wanted to read it, but it's come back worse, looking worse for wear. I don't really like reading. I am dyslexic and I really struggle with the reading portion of things, but you know, I'm going to try. It's going to be something that I'll keep on my bed, I think, just to try. Anyway, this one I got from Five Below and I did start doing it. So this one actually was the first one I picked up, I think, and it's a very, what looks like CBT type stuff, and I will go through this with the other books. Is that it in that top one? Yes, apart from the extra zip ties that my friend leaves in his suitcase. So I'll leave them in his suitcase. Now let's get to the main bit. This is going to be interesting because this main bit is stuffed, is absolutely stuffed So as you can hear, even stuff in this front section, let me get that out. Mac and cheese, Kraft mac and cheese to try. The box looks like it's seen better days. Is there anything else in there? No. This top section, I have some diamonds. I have some sauce mixes that you cannot get in the UK. I will show you those to you in a second. And I have something else in there. And then I have some acne patches, which actually saved my life whilst I was out there. Acne patches from Amazon. These were amazing. They can go in self-care. I got 4 sachets of meatloaf mix. I loved meatloaf. We made it out in the States. My States friends don't use sachets, but they said because I have never made it before, probably use a sachet. I also got a cream pesto sauce mix. I thought that if I want pesto and I don't have a jar of it, then this is a shelf-stable version. There's also a creamy pesto sauce mix, which is this one, which is more like I don't know what this would be equivalent to. And then this is a garlic and herb sauce mix, so for pasta or whatever. I got one of each, and if I like them, then I can ask my American friend to bring them over again. That is probably what's going to happen, knowing me. There's one that's ready they're already in 7 minutes. Oh, 9 minutes for the pesto sauce mix. But yeah, so they're going to go in the kitchen. The kitchen basket's getting very full. These diamonds, so when I ordered the diamonds originally for my friend's kit, I actually ordered ones that I didn't need. And the reason I did that was because I thought, oh, I can make really cute bookmarks, or I could substitute some colours. These because they're like glittery diamonds, like the AB drills. And so I grabbed these. However, I ended up needing to order more stuff. So that kind of backfired on me. And it backfired twice. So let's not even get into that. This is all scrapbooking things inside this pouch. So I'm going to put that all in the scrapbooking / crafty type basket for now. This was the parcel that I was not expecting to bring back. It is a decent weight. The envelope I got out in the States because I was planning to send it. And then when I realised I was not going to be able to send it, that's when I decided, oh dear, I'm going to have to bring it back. So this currently has my lightbox in it, the picture that I was doing for my friend, and the frame that I had brought out to frame said picture. This is going to have to stay together. I'm going to have to finish this and then give this back to my American friend when he comes to visit. Hopefully to then post out. I'll obviously leave it open so he can seal it. But this I was not planning to bring back. I was stupid and I had to bring it back. So that definitely was not on the cards. I got Here's the Plan and a lovely American style composition notebook, both from Five Below, I think. Actually, no, this is from Dollar Tree. This is amazing from Dollar Tree. There is, how many? 60 sheets of week plans. I love weekly plans, weekly to-do lists, weekly everything. Get in. Happy Planner stickers for my diary. Those ones were from Target, I think. I think they were from Target, and I just loved the variety of stickers. Can I just show you those? They looked really good, like variety of stickers. There's everything from a girls' night in, like there's the Hello Today, like look really nice ones. There's payday ones, there's chores ones, there's like build you, there's water trackers, there's note to self, there's quite a few different ones. And if I like all these stickers, I will be asking my friend to bring some more over. He is coming over in November, I believe. So we're gonna have a list for you if you're watching this. You're probably not, but if you're watching this, stick to the plan. More stickers for my diary. This had a really, really lovely variety. I will do an in-depth for that as well. This was going to be for my friend as well. So I'll probably put this in when I do her, what's it called? When I do her, like, I send the thing back. But I'm going to put that inside of there so that I don't lose it because I'm guaranteed to lose it. These are for a friend. Yeet over there. Right. That's my friend, Yeet over there, because you can't see that. These, I believe, I think I wrote on them what they were, but they're more Jello ones, more Jello sachets. What else do I have? I have this little Botanicals Lego. It was a random one that was like $5 and it's a really nice little set and I want to start doing Lego flowers, so why not? That can go in the crafts basket. Right, I brought back some of my like glowing stuff. I didn't really use this when I was out there. I think because I wasn't really going out there specifically to tan, I was going out there to spend time with my friends. I probably shouldn't have brought tanning oil, but I did, and this is going to go in the self-care skincare stuff. I got this whilst I was out there, foaming cleanser. CeraVe, so much cheaper when you're in the States. I love CeraVe. If you're watching this, CeraVe, hi, I got the oil control one. I cannot wait to try it, and I'm hoping that it is going to change my life. I have lots of acne and like oil prone T-zone, so I'm hoping it's going to change my life. Okay, I got some mini brands as well, and ones I haven't opened, and some like, they're not mini brands, but these are like mini verses, and these are the ones you make with UV light, so I'm going to struggle to make these whilst I'm here. But I do have a UV like nail lamp, so I should be able to do it with the UV nail lamp. But there's a birthday one, mini make it food ones. I've just kind of got a few questions for friends. Video idea again, Jade. I'm going to make this with Jade. Maybe do this with Emily as well. We'll see. Oh, yes, my mug that Malcolm got me. He got me this, and then he forgot to bring it over last time. And so I was like, where's my mug? I am so amazed that it didn't break. It says honey on one side, and then it has a Winnie on that side. And yeah, it's a really nice big mug. I can imagine just putting like really nice hot chocolates in it. I have so many Winnie the Pooh mugs. So many. I got the cutie cuffs, and I was like, I only want Winnie cutie cuff. And so my friend was looking through the tiny holes at the top and was like, where's the yellow one? And literally, not gonna, no word of a lie, his eyebrow was facing upwards to top of the box. So she was like, I'm pretty sure this is Winnie. And I was like, yeah, that's Winnie. So we got the one cutie cuff and I got the one I wanted. So Winnie. I've seen people have these on their steering wheel and it is so cute. So when I learn to drive, this Winnie is going to go on my steering wheel. I don't know how to drive yet, but when I learn to drive, I don't know if I'm going to go to America in between. So I got some insect repellent pump sprays. These are amazing. I got the equivalent in like a applicator stick, but then I realised that you could open the applicator stick and you could like fill it up. So I got some refillable versions of it. EOS shave oil. I used this once. I did not open the pump thing though, because I was like, I'm not going to be able to get that down. So I literally just opened it and then just took some bits out. But it made shaving my legs such an easy process. So I can highly recommend that one. And then that's a shave cream. So I put that on as well. And this one I did use the pump, I think. I use the pump. It's a 24-hour moisture shave cream pomegranate raspberry. I wanted to get at least one of them, whilst I was out there. Medications, they can go in my little health and wellness box. More things that I took out there that I didn't actually use half of. Bath and Body Works. Can you go to the US and not get Bath and Body Works? That is a serious question because I don't think you can. I got this champagne toast one. By the way, when I went to the outlet, these were $5.85 or $5.95, whatever it was, per thing, and my light has gone off. So I apologise that now you've got a shadow across me, but I will fix it. I will change the batteries and fix it in a second. I got All Eyes on Her. I love the smell of this. This one has got ripe blackberry, bold jasmine, and velvety sandalwood. I'm not usually a sandalwood girl, but I did like this one. This one is the champagne toast. This one has bubbly champagne, sparkling berries, and juicy tangerine. This is definitely more of a me scent. And then this one is the Girlfriend, which is like their Halloween scent. It is dark strawberries, ghost peony, and spine-chilling citrus. That is definitely a me as well. But obviously it is a one just for their like Halloween scent. I got this little disco ball. I don't know if it's going to be a flat disco ball or a 3D disco ball, but yeah, it's a shaped mini micro puzzle. I got it for $1 in Five Below. We can hope it's going to be 3D. If it's not, then I'll just like glue it together and put it up on my wall somewhere. Let me fix this light because it's annoying that I've got a shadow across me now. So be right back.
You know that I'ma keep it cool. With you I feel like breaking rules. On the edge, looking out with no parachute.